streaming.
I was just gonna say, you do all the video clip type of things of each army and what they're, quote, supposed to be for how we see them nowadays.
Hey, man. Alright, so this is Merchant Build Part 1. Very profitable build, and I have my list of builds actually next to me of the top 10 builds I have made in this game, where Merchant ranks number 6 on the top 10 for me.
Now, you may be wondering why he's going to be starting probably with number 6.
Because it's the one that Wyatt has asked me the most about, not even for a build.
And it's also because of one other reason, and it's the reason of it ranks number 6 in your list, but where does it rank in the difficulties list?
Oh, number like 1 or 2 in difficulties.
The strongholds of proud
and hey, so yeah, it may be number 6, but again, this is one of the most like difficult ways to build.
Yeah, it's like the only other build that I have on the top 10 that's probably as difficult as the Merchant for top 10 late game builds that I have will probably be the Rogue build.
Bandit build, basically.
No, I actually reworked their Rogue build.
Oh, but is it okay?
Oh, it's a really good build. Like, the top 10 builds I have, Wyatt, are from, like, the literal 60 builds I've made in this game.
I've only done one, but that's because I play out Long Road. Long Road characters are some of the more, for one, me, enjoyable, but two, it's just, like, hellish hard, eventually, if you wanted to.
It's like, I have a list up for top 10 best builds for late game that I made, and top 5 funnest builds that I've made to play. The top 3 on my top 10 builds is the Tracker build, the Ranger build, the Commander build. It's my top 3 best builds for late game.
See, Commander build's fun. Because I don't blame. It's like, it is nice to be able to sit there and command your troops, do all that stuff.
Let me say this, before making it to, before I made it to, clan rank 1 with commander build, when I was making it, I already had over 100 troops.
Oh yeah.
And it was just insane.
Oh yeah, it's just one of those things, like, it's great if you know how to do it.
There's a reason why commander build isn't on my top 5 most fun builds to play, though.
Oh yeah, probably, let me guess. Early game, it's very boring, but late game, it's like super fun to actually be a part of.
When you're an army commander, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like when you're a commander of you're like a huge amount of troops, or a whole whack of your good troops, and then you're just going to sit there and watch.
Yeah.
Your amazing genius on the battlefield going to plan.
It's like, my top 10 builds for late game is Tracker build, Ranger build, Commander build, Solo Army build, Warmonger build, Merchant build, Sagittarius build, Rogue build, and Knight build. And God of the Arena build.
See, some people try to go for a solo kind of, they don't get an army, and it's just like, how the frig do you go through this game with no army?
Dude, no,
like,
number 1 on my most fun builds to play is the Solo Army build.
Yeah, I get that, but me, it's like, I don't see how that could be fucking sweet. It's like, I can only see, like, one of those moments where you get, you know, you always have to surrender to troops that are, like, they have 400 against you. I had to surrender. There's no winning against that. What are you supposed to do versus 400? Somehow win?
Managed it, actually.
That'd be interesting.
I've actually managed that with my Solo Army. But, like, I've been in fights with my Solo Army when I was with other people's armies and everything. Because basically, I don't have troops. I have other people's troops. But I've went through fights like that where I've racked up over 200 kills, 300 kills.
Understandable. it's funny right now. It's like I'm planning on building up a bunch of troops because I go for playing of both commander and warrior at the same time.
Yeah.
But you know, command I do try to always take over a little bit more of because, well, if you know you lose too many troops, eventually the battle can go from, yeah, you can win it solo, to all of a sudden they have this many archers, this many ground troops, this many cavalry left. Ooh, fuck.
Alright. So, I've already got to the point where it's like, as a youngster, what did I end up doing with like training the cavalry, stood guard in the garrison, rode with the scouts, trained with the infantries, joined the skirmishers, and marched with camp followers. Now, let me explain this to everybody in the dumbest way possible, okay? I'm gonna hate saying this, but like, it doesn't matter which one of these you choose. Even though, if you want me to be dead ass with everybody, the best thing to possibly choose with you, like, as a character when doing this, is probably going to end up being either you stood watch with the garrison, you join the cavalry, or you train with the infantry. Now, even though that all is like, all in all, no. But we're gonna go with a weird subsequence of, I don't know how the hell I've managed this before type bullshit.
And what race did you start off with?
Sorry.
Cue the Indian men, you know, yelling and having a fight with each other. Not being racist, being legit, because that's what the hell that literally is, of an army. I can only imagine if that is, I wonder what like the politics are like in it. How many people are almost backstabbing each other every day?
I don't know, man.
Like, I wonder which one is like the most, you don't trust them. Why? Because they're more likely to stab you in the back and leave you behind than, actually work with you.
To be honest, guys, I'm going to go with the row with the scouts, which gives me 1 in a bow, 1 in a horse, but 1 to my endurance. And you'll see why I'm choosing that later. But now, if I choose I led a caravan, it increases my tactics and my leadership, which is cool, but I don't need a point into cunning yet. And that I don't really need. Surviving a siege basically doesn't really help me at all. Famous escapade doesn't really help me at all. My true to people well increases my charm, increases my steward, which honestly ain't bad, but it's for the point in social. But it's kind of that one thing, it's like, you have to understand which type you want. Like, I could go for this and get another point into social, but it's not really worth it at this point. The whole thing that you're going to need to do is find a way to make it easy for yourself to be better off. Because you're going to have a lot of troubles early into the game. It's just me being honest.
No, very quick. Are you staying horseback riding, or?
Yeah, I'm staying horseback.
Okay, because I was about to say, because to anybody who's new and watching this, remember that there is in the perks with riding of horses and all that, breeder, which goes pretty well with what he's about to do.
Oh yeah. Now, I'm gonna go famous escapade, even though it gives me 1 point into endurance and 1 focus point into athletics and roguery. It is mainly just for the other one into the actual endurance, which I guess, I should go ahead and explain. The focus points should not be your focus point when making a character. It's the actual attribute points that are better off for you.
And also remember that your character level and your skill level up totally differently.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and name him Solomon. Or, I don't know. Should I go Solomon or should I go No, I'm gonna go Midas.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go Rajesh. No.
No. I was going for a name that has something to do with Vast Rich.
That's true.
Because Solomon had the most prosperous kingdom and Midas was the man of gold.
True. I was just thinking of names. I didn't think you were thinking of, like, you know, those kind of names.
Brother, it's been 3 days.
So,
This looks like an old training.
we're going to show something stupid. I'm going to skip the tutorial with the merchant because there's no reason for me to do it. Thomas of the Essence, skip the tutorial. Yeah, I know I can get a free like 2 levels, maybe 3 levels off of doing the tutorial, and I will show the tutorial with a few builds if I ever do them on stream. Like if I ever feel like remaking the Warmonger, if I ever feel like remaking Sagittarius, or if I ever feel like remaking Knight, Rogue, Solo Army, or like the Tracker or Commander build. Most of those are up there. Also War Runner. War Runner build, really fun build, but not in my top 10 late game builds.
Well, late game, it's not going to be fun because either A, you're going to be all over the place because it sounds like you're doing like a mercenary kind of thing, right? You're going war to war. Every time there's a place where they're going to war, you're like joining up, right?
No, War Runner is a goofy ass build that I was like, I kind of wonder what would happen if all I do is sell people to people so they can just keep going to war.
Ah.
I'm tossing bodies around.
Oh, okay. No, I was just completely wondering. I thought you were being like a mercenary build type of thing for war. Because it's like, that is okay in my mind. But it would also have its own counter problems, I find. Because
Nah, the War Runner is not a combat build, it's just I give you people so you guys can keep going to war.
oh yeah, no. What I was meaning is the I call it the mercenary build because you're only doing merc worker. You're never going to be a vassal. Or... Sorry about that. But, and they had, you'll just eventually get into the stuff of if there's any kingdoms that don't go to war with you, or you've never went to war, don't go to war, you're about to have a real shit time when it comes to, you know, a country being like, hey, we're gonna go to war with them finally. You're sitting there, yeah, finally, I get to face them. And then they'll have armies that are like, you know, the ground shakes upon their
If anybody
them
wondered
coming.
what I was doing right there, I was checking to see if they had grapes at Poros. Because for some reason, even though there's a small village that's right next to Poros, that's part of a different, yeah, I know it's part of a different empire region, but still, that make grapes, Poros seems to, like, never fucking have grapes.
Grapes are one of the hardest things to come by in certain areas. Beer in certain areas is just like, oh.
And then we're going to go over here with trade, increase that focus point one more time.
But my only words to anybody who's watching is, if you go to Vladia, the Red Army, and you can't find butter there, well, I'm sorry to tell you, you need to look better, because that is butter capital of this game.
And we're going to buy all of the grapes here. And we're going to buy all of the grain here.
So here's a question. What happens if you were to have enough money to keep buying, going around to each city, and buying all the butter. And then you eventually had all the butter, and they never produced out. Like, none of it ever got shipped out.
Not sure what to tell you. Okay, so if you watched the caravans where it told me everything he sold, no one sold grapes to them. But they did sell grain to them. Now, what that means to me is that I never went over budget, technically, with the, with anything I brought. So what I can do here is just sell, 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 sell. And then I brought some grain, which means I can just sell, sell, and then sell, and I'm making profit. And I'm only keeping one grain for me so I don't starve. And then I can end up selling it. Now, the problem with that being is that caravans hit up most of the places. So, basically, I'm making small income right now. And then I'm going to go over here to Karanos, which is selling horses. And even though this is weird, and I'm going to explain what I'm doing real quick, I'm going to go out of my way real quick and buy myself an actual mount. Then after buying me an actual mount, I'm going to start working for basically take that, buy that, go out. Now I can carry a little bit more. And now we're going to start seeing increases of trading. Now, trading is a long, tedious thing in this game. But I'm going to hope this works out well to show people what it actually is. Because, it's,
It ain't going to be easy.
No, it's a very long build to make, man.
Yeah, this is like something that if you're looking for like term long road to see in the term future long roads that term, you'll eventually see it. But right now, how it is, this is going to be one of the longest kind of builds for him.
Oh yeah. So now what we're going to do, now I can actually carry a little bit more, is I'm going to go and basically I want to look for a few things. One, I want to buy a few trade items that I know I can sell at other places, which is going to be a little bit weird for me to explain this one. So when I say trade items, I'm looking to see if there's any here that's actually worth it. Like, this place doesn't have any jewelry, which would be a trade item. And it doesn't have any leather, which would be a trade item. So what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to buy some flax real quick from here. And after buying some flax, make sure, is there anything else here? No. I'm going to buy some flax. And I'm going to check to see if there's actually any... I'm going to go back to Poros real quick. And I'm going to see if there's any actual... let's see here. I'm going to need... They didn't have any jewelry. Dang, but I have to keep eye on a lot of stuff while doing this. And yeah, the flax increased price. Okay, so... I can go ahead and sell all the flax here. Then I can just check to see, do you have any... Nope. Okay. So I can do that. Go out. Get him Sanaka, see what Sanaka needs.
Right there.
And I'm not planning on fighting anybody, but I'm not going to avoid them either, because the actual thing about this... There we go. Is that the main point of this is to get up to 25 into trading as quick as possible. Which means a lot of weird stuff's going to be happening soon. Now, tools here are 522, and I'll sell them for cheaper at the other places. So I could make profit off of that. Which means that I can go out, go back to Poros, which was selling tools for 300. And I'm gonna buy 3 tools, or no, not 3 tools, I don't have enough. I'm gonna buy 2 tools, and back out, back to Tanaka. Go to the trade, then sell both of those tools. And I want to go to Zalmar's.
Stop right there. This is a robber.
Yep. I wanted to paying you like another 200 or something. Nope, 150. Cool. Now, this is where it starts getting funny.
So are you doing tournaments as well?
Not right now.
No? You're not gonna... Okay, just make sure.
I'm still trying to get it up to 25 trading, because 25 trading is where you get your first perk that helps out a lot.
Oh yeah.
The money increase. Alright, so Alright, so they're still not selling any trade goods, which is fine.
Off to the next city! Away!
Nah, because you gotta try to memorize certain things. Because, like, the tools here are only 300, but that ain't that big of a deal. And they're not selling any actual things that will help me out. Because Midland's Parfait is actually mount. This isn't a mount, but it sells more expensive here, which is hilarious. So I'm gonna go out of that and just okay. So now I'm gonna go over to Rote. Grain, beer, flax. Tools were even cheaper. Linen, pottery, leather. Okay, so they do sell a few over here. And the leather is... If I go back to Zalmar's, I can buy 1 leather, sell it here for a little bit. That ain't really that worth it. Pottery, now these are insane prices for pottery and linen. Meaning, I know this is high stock prices for it. So I'm not going to buy those.
High stocked, or you mean that they're just low in,
No, the price is way too high. Average price for pottery is around 400 gold. Average price for linen is around 200.
So, my wondering is, if they're low, wouldn't they sell it for more expensive? Meaning that they don't have a lot of it?
Yeah, no. Rote's selling it for 970 for pottery and 1,081 for linen. They're selling it for, like, way too much, so I know they're low stocked on it. So I need, if I can find it, I can get some to it. But that's if I can make it back before other caravans.
Let's see. Yeah, that's the shitty part about it. It's like, you got nowhere to, you know. That's where, from seeing this, my only thing would be like, try to get up your trade early.
Mm-hmm.
To 25.
Yeah, get it to 25 so you can get the first perk, which marks your profits, which...
And then turn around and then go, I'd say, into every tournament for not for the armors, not for the weapons. Well, okay, maybe if you want some of the armors or certain things like that, but to just build them all up if you wanted to, because like go place, then eventually sell all, like, a whole whack load of horses, stuff like that off, and make a great big of money, and then start buying in bulk, if you can, with having horses to carry all your stuff. Buy so much of this, right? And you start building it all up, so that way when you go to these cities that are like that, you can be like, oh, well, I know you'll pay a shitload for this.
So, we're going to explain real quick on two things for where it goes down to actual logic. So, you just want it up to 25 to get like going, and to be honest, 25 trading is where everybody should be, no matter what build you're at. Just on the standpoint of, even if you're not planning on being a trader, you can grab appraiser, which makes it so you can sell items for more, like weapons and armor, which helps out no matter what build you are. Well, I'm going to go for wholesaler, which is for goods. Now, we're going to go over. Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
oh yeah, like, it's to each their own.
Selling goods, you're not going to grab a wholesaler. You're going to grab appraiser because you can get a lot of items from war, and just turn around and sell them for more.
Which isn't half bad, because if you're like going for a mercenary build,
yeah,
merc build, war, fully anything to do with going to war, you'll make a shitload of money. But you'll also have a hellish time in markets elsewhere.
That's a high price for jewelry, but on the other hand, I know that price for leather is not bad, so I can spend enough just for one piece of leather, and then turn around with that one piece of leather and be, is there anything else I can sell? And then turn around and think, no, probably not. But that's fine, because I can have these prices looking at it now, and I know for the leather, if I go back over to it, is basically saying Lycaron I can sell it for the most, but I'm not an idiot. I know that if I go back to Lycaron, right? If I go back to Lycaron, the price is not going to be the same. So you're just going to go for the place that you know the price is going to be relatively the same, which is going to be Rota. Because unless caravans can outbeat me like they did, then you just do a small little trek and try to find any place that has anything to do with.
See, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if there was multiplayer in this, because imagine you were on a super bandit build and you had a huge army, and nobody would screw with you, but all the caravans were afraid of you, so you just sat outside the city and were just helping your buddy. That's what I do. I just sit outside the city and make sure nothing comes, and then be like, you know, give it a week. The city's going to be in desperate need of food, this, that. Nothing's moving. And surprisingly, there's only one caravan that's getting through this horde of bandits.
Benditos.
Unknown how.
So, I guess the easiest track for me to do is to go all the way over here, which is going to be a long haul and a half. And then we're going to go trade. And that's a small increase of price, but that ain't worth it for me. Because you see, my problem is right now, and I am going to do a tournament here. Only reason why I'm doing the tournament is for money. Because you need funds to keep trading. Like I said, merchant build is is even on my list for top 5 funnest builds to play. Nope.
But the only thing with the merchant build is that it
works out really well late game.
Early game, it is complete and utter hell. You're not gonna have fun with this.
No. If anything, I've almost gone to sleep building merchants. I mean, for anybody that wants to know this is
do not buy workshops.
This is my 7th. And I mean this. 7th merchant character. Just thinking about how to make them build for a merchant. And I've done really good on a few of them.
Now, one thing is do not go and go and buy a workshop right away.
Don't buy workshops.
Like, they are not worth it.
If anything, like, buy caravans.
And like, even then, late game, they're still not worth it because you would like, I don't even know which skills you would have to go into to actually make your workshops produce and make you more money. It's probably somewhere in there, but it's like, but the production would.
Steward, tactics, leadership, and trade.
But yeah, you would. So look at, you'd have to go down all of those just to make a huge profit off of them. Which, sure, you could. Everybody's like, oh, but early game you can get them built quick. Look at how hard trade is just to get it up there, people. So the other ones can be easy, yeah, but without that possible
Steward's the easiest one out of all of them.
Steward is literally go and buy literally all 9 foods that are in the game, like all the food that are usually in one market. Have at least so much of all of them, and get a bunch of troops, and in one day you can make up to 10,000 XP on just a low level with all 5 into Steward. All your focus points.
The commander build, literally, I have done this. No kidding. Maxed out Steward so quickly that it's not even funny.
Now, amazing thing about Steward is, from what I hear from a lot of people, is late game is the final perk in it is one of the best perks to have late game.
It is a nice, it is a nice perk.
Like, it helps so much for certain things. From what, and hey, you know, now.
And Steward and leadership go like almost hand to hand with each other.
Yeah, you need good leadership, which is hard to get sometimes because, you know, basically it's you need to lose troops to get new troops, to level those troops up, to lose them again.
I mean,
it's that precious cycle.
The easiest way to do leadership is, I'm going to explain this, so I'm actually going to go to the perks right now. So, okay, so I'm going to explain a few of these real quick after putting a focus point into trade. So I'm going to explain this, okay? Steward, all you have to do is literally just have food and be the quartermaster.
Yep.
Pretty easy. Leadership, on the other hand, which increases morale, all you have to do is have a high morale. Which, basically, if you have all the food types, you keep winning your fights and everything, right? Your leadership will go up just by winning fights with high morale. And as long as your steward is up, you always will have high morale. And even though it's weird, it's kind of funny. Because, to be honest, all you really need to do is somehow always keep your people happy, which is not as hard as people think it is.
Well, here's the thing. Steward helps with leadership, and leadership and tactics go together as well. Because
tactics is a completely different way to level it up.
Yeah, no. See, here's what I'm meaning by this, though, okay? They go together because, see, with the leadership, it helps when, so say you lose tons of men, right, in a combat, and you're down to like 10 guys left, and now you gotta go and do a bunch of recruiting. Your leadership's gonna go up through you recruiting and getting a bigger army. And then, you sit there and level them up. That's more into leadership. Each troop you level up gives you usually a point or two. So, and now you gotta remember, now when they go into battle and possibly die, they give into your tactics as well. So it's just that one of those, it's that vicious cycle that we like to call, right? Where it's like, you're grabbing troops is basically throw out a blender, and it helps you get both those up.
So, right now, I'm going to grab what I like to call trade items, which is leather, grab some tools. I'm buying cheap, I know. And I'm not buying much of them because it's basically you want to make profit. So buy cheap, sell high.
Oh yeah.
I'll also go ahead and buy some
I would say that if you're gonna go trader and you're gonna play long game, make sure to have I'd say like a literal notepad and book there with a pen and paper type of thing. Like, you need to keep track of your numbers of like, okay, I bought, like, if you're going for long, like huge hauling, like grabbing a ton of fish and a ton of hardwood and then a ton of this and a ton of that, you need to write down how much you made off of, like, how much you spent on it. So that way you know how much, okay, I bought 200, like I got 200 wood and I had to buy it in a few different places, but it cost me in grand total this much. So now you need to make a profit over that much. Help yourself with, keeping numbers that are like a little big.
Also, if anybody wants to know stupid things about trading, is right now I have not left the Empire. So, of course, certain things are always going to be stalemated at a certain price. Because it is how it is. And no, that does not include the North Empire, the South Empire, and the Western Empire are all different places. No, they basically all produce the same stuff.
So are you for the Nords, or are you an Imperial ruler?
Oh, what? I'm not even a ruler.
No. Okay. Skyrim logic. Are you for the Nordic rule, or are you for the Imperial rule?
I mean, the main quest is either side with the Empire or side with the Battanians. So.
Oh no. Hey, side with the Battanians. Free!
Basically. So now I'm in Kakand, which sells leather cheap as fuck. And tools ain't worth it right now, so we're going to pass by that and go to Macab.
Well, God. Now I'm stuck in between, if I go and do the main quest, what do I choose? God damn.
I don't know, man.
Either join the Tacticianer or join, just, the joke, shows William Wallace and them, and the, type of thing. Be like,
there's a time limit on the main quest, man.
Oh, I do know. Trust me, I've got plenty of time. I've already talked to, like, I think 6 people. I still have to talk to more.
Yeah, but here's the thing, that time does not go up for the rest of that quest.
Oh, shit.
You have that long to do the whole quest line.
But, I wonder what happens if it fails.
I don't know.
Endless war.
When I'm avoiding everything. Dude, why? Why is there always just like bandits on that bridge? Okay, I kind of wish I was streaming one of my other builds, because every single time I go to cross that bridge to go to here, there's always bandits just at the bridge being like, hey, we saw you coming from a mile away.
This is our toll bridge.
Practically, yeah.
You're sitting there like, God damn it. Bang.
So,
It's a desk.
we're having, like...
Oh, you're right back.
I'm not having issues yet with the build. It's just, yeah, this is normal. This is normal. Having a few things on you, traveling around, being like, am I even making money or am I just losing money? It always feels this way.
Hey, what have we here?
I don't really care about the money I'm carrying right now, because practically what I'm holding on to right now is trade items. So it's more on the fact, am I willing to lose money to make money later? The answer is almost always yes for me. Hey, no, get away, get away, get away. Fuck. There's always. Also, yeah, I hate being up here. There's always bandits. There's bandit galore up here every time.
Where?
In the Northern Empire, when you're getting closer to the Sturgians.
Well, yeah. They're being driven out by, usually the Nords. Nordic people don't like banditry. On their lands.
Yeah, that's true. And then let me see here. I want to buy some wool for cheaper here. I want to buy some, let's see here. I want to buy some wool. Then I want to turn around and buy some flax. So I was buying wool for, yeah, okay. And I'm buying flax for, okay. And then let me buy some clay for, okay. And then buy some hardwood. Okay. Almost going completely broke. That's fine.
Coming to get you. Oof. When you go in to attack somebody and it says 16 perks activated, just one attack. It's like, well, that poor man's dead.
Yeah. When you realize everything at this place is cheap as hell. Alright.
Stop right there. This is a robbery.
You want all of my tools and no. No. There's only 6 of you? Okay, we're going to combat, guys! Yay, don't you just love... Okay, I'm gonna state this to anybody that watches this. This is probably on my top... No, this is my #1 least favorite, like, early game build. Horseback archery, so fun early game. Just kidding. Do a flip. I wish, Jacob. I wish.
Falcon punch.
That made no sense, Wyatt. Unless you just punch somebody in the arena and kill them.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Makes sense now.
And you nail somebody with the Falcon punch. You feel so successful, you just feel like, you know, doing a quick victory lap over the arena.
Okay. Ow, stone. Sticks and stones, they hurt a lot. Aye! Like I said, sticks hurt. Worse than stones. Can you just keep throwing stones at me?
Jeez, how to tell you maybe winning too many tournaments. When they're starting to not be able to give you tier 6 horses because they can't, I guess, find any. It's like, I sold them back into the economy. Where the hell are they going?
And then they get brought for war by nobles. And then they die in war.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
Tier 6 horses are hard to breed, man. Trust me, I've tried multiple times. They refuse. I just keep getting tier like 2, 3s, and some random tier 1s. Or the occasional tier 4. Nope. Nope. There we go. That was an arrow I wanted to hit.
Let's see, go down here.
Hey, my horse. My horse is taking a beating worse than I am.
Abuse.
No. The fact that your horse can actually die, though. There we go. That's what I wanted. I actually won by horseback archery.
One of the things I can't really do.
Victory!
Not too well. Not yet.
I mean, man, I've done horseback archery as like legit a whole build for my Sagittarius build. Yay, they gave me some money.
Meanwhile, me, regretting, spending money on my followers because all of them are like tough as shit in the arena.
Fair fight, man. Fair fight.
Fair fight.
Arenas get boring sometimes when you just know you're going to win 100% of the time. Alright. Carbine set. Sell, sell, sell. Still not worth it. Still not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Still not worth it. And so, okay. And then let's check the arena. What's going on in the arena? Rough scale helmet, not worth it. Alright. And then we're going to go to this Orc's Hole. Let's see, is there going to be a random bandit just like in the forest walking over next to cat? No, this. Yep. I love it sometimes. I called it. I called there being bandits right there. I just knew there was going to be bandits. I always know there's going to be bandits. In between any of the northern places and any of the actual other areas, there's always bandits. There's always bandits. There's always bandits, and I'm just... I can't fight 10 Sea Raiders. But why do you want everything? Not just a little bit, everything. You know what? Give me your horses. How about that, huh?
They turn around and be like, understandable, have a nice day. What?
10 Sea Raiders. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. 10 Sea Raiders, I'm gonna die.
They won't have pole arms.
No, but they have throwing weapons. They kill so badly. Trust me, last time I was doing this, they murdered me. Because they don't fucking miss! Ow!
When you go straight at them, no shit.
It is, dude, early game horse archery, what do you want me to do?
True.
You want me to be circling around them doing maxed out strats with the bow on a horse? Keeping them always on my left side because you can't shoot on your right side? Ah. That was... You see, even going around in circles they hit you.
Well, don't know what to tell you. start, I guess, building your coffin?
I'll be appreciative. It will save me money. Oh my god, dude. Horse archery early game is just so bullshitty. Ow! You hit me in my head! Or no, my shoulder. Still, ow! And then you have shields. This ain't fair. I can call that from a mile away. So every time I can call that from a mile away. Every time there's raiders, sea raiders, and I'm on a horse, I know I'm gonna lose.
You take one on the ground, you're possibly going to lose in early game. Sea Raiders are one of the more tougher bandit units of this entirety of the game.
Every time I see Raiders, I feel like putting down my controller and just being like, can I restart?
And you come up to the area with them so quick, too.
Dude, like, I have to as a fucking merchant. The merchant Europe I can't. Dude, with a merchant, you're like literally a prisoner for like 90% of the game until late game. Cause you're fucking like flat broke until late game. Why? Why am I doing this?
Why do I put myself through this torture?
Oh, they ate my food. I saw that coming. They ate my 1 grain. The 1 grain to rule them all. They ate it.
Thank God.
Hey, you guys took me all the way to Revolt, though. Thank you.
Oh, they were just wanting to tax you there, see, under their protection.
Yeah, sure. That's definitely what they were going for. Oh, they also took my leather.
You know, cheap. Hey, they just steep pricing, for their protection, obviously.
Yeah, I guess. They took my food and they took leather. I need to buy 1 grain. 1 grain. 1 grain. Wait here's for some time. Yay, my medicine's up to 1. There's a build I have not made in this game yet that I've been like questioning if it would even be worth it.
What?
Surgeon.
Surgeon?
Yeah, making a straight medicine build.
I mean, none of your troops would eventually die. You'd have and if they did die, it'd be highly unlikely.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, do I want to even try that? Because I know the easiest way to level up medicine.
Yeah, get yourself injured.
Dude, just don't feed your troops. Get all of them injured. Get yourself injured. Then buy food and then wait.
Oh yeah, but no, say you went up against the beginning force.
Your medicine also goes up if your troops are injured, right?
Oh yeah, that too.
Your troops. So if you just starve your troops and get all of them injured, and then heal them all back, it's it's very easy. I absolutely just no, bad, no.
Today's not your lucky day, Fred.
You
How
motherfucker
about
bitch.
you hand over
6
the silver?
sea
Be a real shame
raiders
to have to
and
custody with
13
some-
looters. How did you catch me? I'm on a horse. You guys are on foot. I even decoyed and ran around. How did you fucking catch me? I swear,
Maybe it's time to start a new character.
This whole video could literally be an explanation about why making a merchant character is not not something I would recommend.
Why would you not recommend it? Takes a look.
It's just an hour long of me getting my ass beat. Oh god, I can't believe I have a merchant character. Like,
that's actually successful.
Yeah, but it took me so long to do it, and you know it was legit like 16 hours of me doing this, right? Getting my ass handed to me repeatedly until I made profit.
Good God.
Nope. I'm out like Buggy the Clown, man. Red nose in this shit. Why did my arrow go like legit like 7,000 feet up?
There is 11 people here in the city? Holy crow, I have yet to have 11. That's nearly a full tournament right there.
I guess. Also, don't you just love the random bot comments? I love random bot comments.
What, do a flip?
No, that's Jacob. Hot girls here free.
I don't see that.
Don't you just love bot comments?
Ouch. Thank God.
I just love YouTube moderators.
YouTube, here, might as well make you feel like, you know, you're somewhat getting some views. And it's like, no, don't do that. That's horrible.
I try my best at keeping this semi-R-rated.
What?
Well, it's not PG-13 due to the amount of cuss words I use. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Pennsylvania. I'm out of arrows. All I have left is a sword.
Don't worry, it looks like from all the spears in you, they have no more.
Ow! Besides the ones in their hands.
builds ain't gonna be good.
Ow! Rock. Also, looters have infinite rocks.
Right now, they all, like, you doesn't have infinite. You give
Ow,
certain
ow,
people...
Ow! 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 My body!
that's the only thing I get to watch from the delays is...
What, not me getting shanked?
Yeah, I watched it. It's just like... Bang. Just getting beaten down to the ground. It's just like... Oh!
Oh, God. So, I think I've shown enough of Merchant beginning. There will be a part 2 of Merchant build.
But it'll probably be with this character that's actually good.
No, it's going to be a part 2 of Merchant build. It's just going to be, I'm going to do a lot of this off camera, so, you guys don't have to hear my fucking yelling. Going virtually insane. Don't worry, I'll show another build today, also. This Merchant build is fucking insane. I can't. I love this so much. God, I'm going insane.
Going insane. Insane in the membrane.
Look. Basically going insane. Oh, that was an hour of me getting my ass handed to me as a merchant. But yeah, I'll catch you guys for part 2 of the merchant build, as I'm going to go to a different build, showing you guys a different build starter, which is probably, well, actually it's a late game build that I really enjoy. So I'm going to hope you guys enjoy the next part of builds in Bannerlord. My merchant build is just the hardest build